In the first 5 months of 2025, I've sold over $50,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Now, how did I do that? I just kind of want to recap, get a nice, like, clean, up to this point video. So, we'll start from the beginning. I'll kind of go a little bit more in depth of where I started, how I've been in the hobby, why I like Pokemon, stuff like that. So, first of all, we posted the first YouTube video on this channel October 31st, 2024. So before that, let's go before that. I've been collecting Pokemon cards since I was a kid. Even in my collection here, I have cards like that have been in storage forever. All the way back from like 2005. So I don't know if I opened any of those packs, but I have like Pop Series 9 cards, just like loose, like random cards, and I could have got them from somewhere else, but it's possible that I opened them also. So I've been collecting since I was a kid. The first real sets that I like remember opening are Heart Gold, Soul Silver, a little bit of Diamond and Pearl, Platinum a little bit, and then Black and White was the first set that I really got into it. And that was along with the video games I played, and then the cards I like to collect as well. So we did that for a little while, and then I've always enjoyed selling stuff. Like I've always liked selling stuff. So like 2015, I sold all of my cards on eBay when I was probably 12 or 13 years old. And I had some good cards too, so obviously it's really sad, and everybody probably has a story like that where they got rid of all their old cards and stuff. But I sold them all, and I remember I had Umbreon Prime, I had some other cool stuff as well. But so I sold them all, and then I kind of was out of it for a little while, and then right around 2019 ish, 2020, kind of when COVID, 2019 we were into some of the Sun and Moon stuff, and then before that, even like Pokemon Go, we got back into it. We opened a lot of Evolutions packs, because we're kind of on and off there till about 2019, 2021. That's when we started to get really into it. We opened a lot of Sun and Moon, a lot of team up packs, and then Sword and Shield came out. We were really into Sword and Shield. Opened like almost a whole booster box of Sword and Shield base. Did like a booster box of Vivid Voltage. Keep in mind, we were like 15, 16 years old, me and my brother. When I say we. So we didn't have a lot of money to spend on it. So like one booster box to us was like a lot. But we started opening more packs and stuff and getting back into it. And then it kind of died off for a little while towards the end of Sword and Shield. And then I got back into it in February of 2024. I started buying a couple cards on Whatnot. I remember I opened Paldean Fates on release day. So that was cool. I got back in, I found an ETB at Walmart. I went there specifically looking for that. It's the first time I've done that in a long time. So I opened that, and then I started buying some cards on Whatnot. Right, I didn't have a lot of money. I was in college, working 20 hours a week, so I didn't have a ton of money to spend on cards. So I figured that I could buy and sell a little bit to maybe try to make a little bit of profit to roll it into the next card, to sort of build up the collection sort of on its own, not even considering like a business endeavor or anything. Just I wanted more expensive cards. I didn't have money, so I chose to get more expensive cards by selling the cards that I had and try to make a profit on them. So one at a time, I would buy cards here and there on Whatnot, and eventually sell them on eBay for a little bit of money. I remember probably the best card I bought was the base set Blastoise. I think I bought it for about 40 or 50 bucks. I sold it for 80 bucks on eBay. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I could, get a little bit more into this and make social media and stuff. And then I decided in October, November, where was I? We were buying and selling on eBay. And then I decided that I was going to sell some of my cards that I had collected since Sword and Shield came out and stuff like that. So I had the biggest card I had was the shiny Charizard VMAX. I remember that specifically because that's the best card I've ever pulled ever. So I sold that, and then I sold kind of the rest of my collection. Had about $2,000 in my collection, and then got into a little bit of Japanese stuff. Started checking out streaming on Whatnot, doing more videos like that. And then, eventually built my own site, started vending at card shows. And yeah, it was just kind of a snowball from there. Like, I don't really remember specifically what I was doing back then to, like, sell stuff. But a lot on Instagram, a lot on eBay, and then a lot... that's pretty much it, actually. A little bit on Whatnot, but not, like, a ton. I didn't really do too much on Whatnot. I just kind of sat there and streamed and tried to sell singles, not auction style. Which, speaking of Whatnot, that's a different video. We'll talk about Whatnot later. And then I started doing card shows. I put more money into it. I started buying more Japanese product because I realized I could sell it on Instagram. And then I made a website, and then it's a whole thing, right? So it kind of snowballed to here. So we'll talk about more specifically about May. I made $21,000 last month, which to some people might be a lot. But don't take that number out of context. So when you think about that number, you have to think that only 5,000 of that is gross profit. So minus the cost of goods sold, or COGS if you're a business guy. And then on top of that, only about 3,700 is net profit. And then on top of that, to keep the business growing and the inventory growing, I only get to take, because I'm doing this with a partner with my brother, I only get 15% of the net profit. So I only made about $500 last month. When I sold $21,000 worth of product, I only get to take home $500. So that is to ensure that the business keeps growing. We have enough money to buy the things that we need to buy. Actually, I haven't even taken that money out of the business yet. So it's still in the business. So technically I got paid nothing, but that's the sacrifice that you have to be willing to make. So that's where we're at. That's how I started. That's kind of my history of the hobby. And where I want to go is sell more stuff online. So go shop. If you want to buy my stuff, bigfatfishcards.com. The newest Japanese set is available for pre-order on there. I'm assuming. Well, I don't know, actually. Black and white is when this video is coming out. But, yeah, make more YouTube videos. More content is freaking coming. We got vendor POVs. We've got more talking videos like this where I can just set up the webcam. I don't have to set up the camera or anything. And we're going to freaking rock and roll, baby. So now I can do some more. I need to get like a camera stand so I can do like the desk view. But, yeah, that's where we're at. So... if you want to see my recap about the month of May, kind of a little bit more in depth about how I sold a bunch of stuff, where I got products, stuff like that, go to click this. What? This one right here. Click it. Go watch this video. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.